live with the news where you live. 8 News at 6 starts now.
Richmond is a winter wonderland tonight, and we are preparing to bring even more holiday cheer to the River City as we light up Richmond tonight. It will not be dark for much longer. Thank you for joining us for 8 News at 6. I'm Deanna Allbrittin.
And I'm Heather Hope. Our very own Eric Phillips has been at Kanawha Plaza all night with Storm Tracker 8 Chief Meteorologist Matt DiNardo. Matt, we have to kick it off with you. How are you staying warm out there in that nice Christmas suit?
You know what? There's so much energy out here. Everybody's so excited for this entire city to be lit up. So that's what gives you the energy. That's what gives you the warmth. Of course, Eric right now is up on stage with Mayor Deniel and other officials. They'll be doing the countdown in just a little bit. We actually have a pretty good crowd that is now gathered to my left here, and they've started to come out, and they're all excited. You can see to me, I think it's up there, talking about the countdown is about 1 minute away, and they're really excited about it. And as you know, this is an annual tradition. We have been broadcasting live here for over 10 years from this particular event, and it is so much fun. This is the most festive, though, because we had the snow to kind of kick off the entire Christmas season, and temperatures right now are sitting in the lower 30s. There's lots of people to my left and behind us that are completely bundled up, and they're ready to count down. I just heard we're about 20 seconds away, so you know that this is going to be a very fun and festive night. I'm hearing 10 seconds. I'm going to step off screen so we can get them ready to do the countdown. You're going to hear the countdown with them. There you go. 10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Richmond is lit.
Hey Richmond, it's your Mayor Danny. Hey, thank you guys so much. This is my first RVA Illuminates. It's really a joy to be out here. Even on a freezing night tonight, like tonight, so many people came to participate in this incredible tradition. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for loving the city. And let's take care of each other. Have a happy holidays to everybody. Thanks so much, everyone.
And that was, of course, Mayor Deniel, who has thrown the switch to light up the city for the holidays. Everybody's so excited here. Again, there's a couple hundred people who have come out to brave much further down than the normal crowd where we've had thousands of people out here. We've had vendors. It's just a fun and festive time. We're excited that this is going to be continued as an annual tradition, of course, and we're able to see all the people again moving through, and they're all very happy that they're seeing the lights. And we'll show you different shots from Kanawha Plaza as we're going through this evening. We have our drone overhead. We're focused on the Christmas tree. You saw the switch that Mayor Deniel threw there. So really an excellent time. The whole Kanawha Plaza, all the buildings as we're used to, are well lit up, just making for a very festive scene this evening down here, which is great. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Again, this is just a great scene. Everybody having so much fun. We all having fun? Yeah! Is this a little too warm? Do we want it colder? Yeah! Some people say they want it colder. I mean, I don't know who they want it colder. That's crazy, right? Anyway, we're going to throw it back into the studio for you right now, and we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes. We'll talk more about what's going on, different events happening this weekend, and of course, a look at that forecast, which doesn't have any more snow yet. Back to you guys now.
Oh,
Ominous.
That's ominous.
That's what an elf would say.
Yes, that is what a weather elf would say. Well, as Matt mentioned, we did get our first snowfall of the season. Matt's over it. He says, I'm gone. He said, I'm about to go and get in the car and warm up. But our reporters, including 8 News reporter Allison Williams, they are standing by with a look at how folks are having some fun in the snow today or some not so fun.
Yeah, first, we know that snow can bring some icy road conditions. And 8 News reporter Deniel Dookan is live in our digital center with how the Virginia Department of Transportation is working to keep drivers safe. Deniel.
Heather, Deanna, VDOT tells me its crews are working around the clock to keep those roads as clear as possible. And one of their biggest concerns this evening, icy roads. But crews say that they have a plan in place. RVA's first snow of the season, creating a winter wonderland for the region. But as that snow melts, it's expected to refreeze tonight, making the roads slick and icy by tomorrow morning. So for those traveling during this time, you're reminded to drive slower and use caution on bridges, ramps, and overpasses as they'll freeze first. The Virginia Department of Transportation says you can also expect to see crews out on the roads, so it's important to give them space to work. A spokesperson tells me crews are working 12-hour shifts to monitor conditions and treat the roads as needed.
It is a hazardous condition. You lose traction between the road and your tires, so that increases the possibility for crashes, which we want to avoid as much as possible. So our crews will put down like salt or a mixture of salt and other chemicals to help increase the traction between the road and your tires.
You can also check those road conditions before you head out or report any hazards that you may come across by using VDOT's free 511 app. In the Digital Center, Deniel, Dookan, 8 News.
All right, Deniel, thanks. The weather has caused hundreds of crashes across Virginia. This was the scene on I-95 South near Broad Street this morning when a car lost control and then several other cars crashed, including a tractor trailer. 10 cars were involved and 4 people were hurt. And in Prince George County, a man is dead after a pickup truck lost control early this morning and hit his car on Cortland Road.
Yeah, we actually had a couple hundred crashes just handled by Virginia State Police alone. So very much a dangerous situation out there on the roads this morning.
Treacherous. And now we want to go ahead and get a look at how the roads are right now. And for that, we're going to turn things over to Tyler Hall. Tyler.
Yeah, good evening, Heather and Deanna. We had a couple of big-time issues on Interstate 95 earlier this evening, but a little bit of good news. Those have both been cleared entirely, so that's good news. But we're dealing with a lot of issues not on the interstates right now, including this one on South 9th Street in the City of Richmond, Kensington Avenue heading southbound. We're dealing with some issues related to a crash in that particular area and some other localized issues. We head to the east. We do have a broken down vehicle on Buford Road heading southbound this evening, and some other areas of concern. Genito Road heading westbound. We're dealing with some issues as well. So again, this evening and tonight with the cold temperatures and the snow on the ground, definitely take it easy out on the roads. Deanna, Heather, back to you.
Thanks, Tyler. And schools across the Commonwealth were closed for the snow today. So, Heather, you know what that means. Forest Hill Park in Richmond was, of course, packed with kids taking advantage of the first snow of the season.
And that's exactly where we find 8 News reporter Allison Williams, who got in on the fun herself. Allison, we know you're cold out there, but you had fun earlier, right?
Heather, Deanna, I had so much fun out here, and believe it or not, there's actually still a few more people that are sledding down the hill. And earlier this morning, I was out here at about 11 o'clock. There were easily 100 kids out here sledding and making snowmen. Take a look at your screen. Here are some clips of all of the fun. This is Drew and Parker making a snowman, and they told me they were both very excited about not having school. Now, was lots of sledding, like I said. You can see that here. I talked to one dad who told me by the time he woke up this morning, his daughters Daisy and Lucy were already playing in the snow in their yard. And I met Noelle Ketter. She is a 4th grader at Evergreen Elementary. And since I am from Florida, I've never been sledding. So Noelle gave me all the tips.
You should get in like one of the long ones, and then you sit, and then basically you just slide down.
Okay.
And let it slide. If you fall, then you fall. It's just ice.
Now, thanks to Noelle's generosity and advice, I used one of her sleds and we went down the hill together for my first ever sled ride. It was so much fun. A little snow pun there for you. Now, to stay up to date on the weather for the rest of the weekend, be sure to stick with 8 News on air and online. Our Storm Tracker 8 team will be tracking everything you need to know. Live in Richmond tonight, I'm Allison Williams, 8 News.
Allison cold, but with a huge smile on her face. Nice to see a milestone come to fruition. Well, our 8 News viewers flooded our inbox today with pictures of the snow, and you're seeing some of them on your screen.
Yeah, we see one from Ryan Gibson out of Tappahannock, like an early morning snow there. Tina Burgess with her dog out fun in the snow. Mosley with this white December already. And take a look at Amber Cowan's picture up with the earmuffs. This pooch is staying warm in Henrico. Very cute. We're getting a lot of cool photos being sent in. And even this cutie out of Amanda Christiana's photos sent to us out of Hopewell, Virginia. We always love the great pictures, especially on a bountiful snow day. The kids were loving it out there.
Yeah.
You're watching 8 News at 6, and we are covering the news where you live as we take another live look outside on this very lit up Kanawha Plaza. Don't you go anywhere. We'll have a live interview with Mayor Deniel Allbrittin featuring our very own Eric Phillips. We have all that and more coming up next.
Next Jeopardy, a cashier with his eye on the prize.
Hoping to become a doctor.
You're going to go from checkouts to checkups.
Tonight at 7:30 on ABC 8.
Well, Richmond's night sky and plaza has officially lit up for the holidays. Welcome back to 8 News at 6. I'm Deanna Allbrittin.
You can just feel the brightness out there.
Yeah, and you can see it.
Yeah, thankfully, finally. I'm Heather Hope. Now, with all the holiday fun happening downtown, we want to turn things over to, again, our king of Christmas, chief of cheer, 8 News anchor Eric Phillips, live there still at RVA Illuminates.
Go on and on and on. Listen, it is such a great scene here at Kanawha Plaza. You can see here right behind me, the place is lit up. And I got to tell you, although we told folks to stay away for safety's sake and the temperatures are going to be dropping and they tamp things down for that reason, that did not stop crowds from coming out. Not the normal size crowd per se, but a lot of diehards came out tonight to be a part of the annual lighting up of the city. And so the magic that is RVA Illuminates has happened here at Kanawha Plaza, and the new holiday season of 2025 is officially getting started right now. You can see folks just kind of milling about right now and enjoying themselves, taking pictures and soaking in the holiday as we have brought it in here at Kanawha Plaza. I will tell you that I spoke with Mayor Deniel Allbrittin just a bit ago, and he mentioned that it was a special time for him because this is his first RVA Illuminates as mayor. Though he's been in the city for a couple of decades, being the head of the city now, he really counts this as a special time, even though it's a little bit different this year because of the weather. But we're going to continue to cover RVA Illuminates and all of its angles from our drone here on the ground, but we're also covering our Connexus Gift of Light campaign. And when we return on the other side of this break, our chief meteorologist, Matt DiNardo, is talking to an optometrist about just how important this campaign is and how it changes the lives of kids who it involves. So we're back in just a moment.
Storm Tracker 8 weather is sponsored by FH Fur. Absolutely the most accurate forecast in Central Virginia. Now, your Storm Tracker 8 weather.
All right, good evening, everybody. We are looking at Viper real-time radar, and the one thing you notice, we are now rain-free and, of course, snow-free, although the snow came down earlier today. Not really seeing much happening across Central Virginia at this time. Again, I can't rule out another sprinkle or flurry. You can see the clouds, though, on Viper real-time satellite radar still stuck overhead, and those clouds are going to stay with us as we go through the overnight. Now, the main story will be those temperatures. We keep kind of harping on this, but we're going to see overnight lows drop back down 25 to around 30, so below freezing. So what is wet on the roadways, and there are some wet spots as I'm looking over here at 9th Street right now, and of course there may be some wet spots in your neighborhoods. Those will freeze up tonight, so we want to keep a mindful thought about 32 right now in Richmond. We're looking at 32 in Petersburg, 30 in Crewe. We're 33 out in West Point, so at or just above freezing. You can see that system in kind of a bigger scale moving away. This is Futurecast. Clouds hanging into tomorrow morning. There might be, for some of you, a little bit of patchy fog, so be mindful of that. So a cloudy one tomorrow as you start your Saturday, especially if you're heading to the Richmond Christmas Parade. Make sure you bundle up, much like tonight. By the time we get to the lunch hour, We're looking at some breaks of sun developing, low 40s at that point. Then we get into the afternoon, and I think we're going to go over to partly sunny skies, but it's still going to be chilly with highs only in the mid 40s. Tomorrow evening and tomorrow night, we're going to notice those clouds stay kind of away from us, so we'll drop back again into the upper 20s, and that could cause what melts tomorrow to refreeze. So there could be some black ice issues early on Sunday morning. Now, Sunday during the day, you see that system back across the Great Lakes? That's going to move into the northeast. We'll see some early sunshine, but then quickly the clouds will increase. So kind of a mostly cloudy day here on Sunday, and maybe a shower at night as that system pulls through. So here's that 8-day forecast. Tomorrow, again, clouds in the morning, some afternoon sun, a high of 45. Then we get into Sunday, early sunshine, mostly cloudy, maybe a shower at night, 49. We're chilly Monday and Tuesday, upper 30s to near 40. Another weak system as we go into Wednesday, maybe a shower, otherwise lots of clouds, 48. Thursday's not bad. Friday, that's a day we're going to watch very carefully because we could be looking at another system that could bring us maybe some showers or maybe something else. We'll talk more about that as we go through the weekend and next week. All right, Connexus, we've been working so great with them. And one optometrist who is now somewhat retired, actually a former optometrist of mine, has gone back to help out Connexus, and he had a special request to go to his old school to start.
How's that one?
Meet Dr. Robbie Robinson, an optometrist who ran his own practice in Chesterfield County for over 40 years. As Dr. Robinson started to wind down his career, he still felt like he had more to do and wanted to give back. Connexus was that perfect fit. He could work with children, check their eyes, and improve their vision with glasses. Dr. Robinson had one simple request: let him perform the eye exams at Walnut Hill Elementary School, the place where he began his early childhood education.
Walking down the halls was a very sympathetic moment. You look around and you look at all the little faces, and it's, suddenly it's 1968 all over again. And you can bring it, you tear up a little bit. It's just great. You want to watch a happy face. Let me find a 7, 8, 9-year-old girl that needs glasses, and she'll get to, pick up some of these and hold them up and look around, and wow.
That wow moment,
you like the way those look?
Is something that every optometrist sees, especially when working with children who are seen through Connexus.
And that's really a hoot. You could sit here all day and you're going to see it a time or two at least. There's nothing like that. And that's life-changing. I saw a little girl. She was a -5, myopic 5, and had never had glasses before, which means she couldn't see the kid across the lunch table clearly. And when I let her hold the little trial lenses and look around, and we were right across the lunchroom. So we opened the door to the lunchroom and she looked around, and yeah, it was just great.
Connexus is always looking for help from optometrists who can donate a few hours of their time, either weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. Every little bit helps.
We have some younger doctors that just love kids. They love to see a difference being made in a child's life. And we have other doctors that are near the retirement part of their life, and they're maybe slowing down a little bit, but they want to, they also want to give back and see that beautiful moment when a child can see clearly that has never really seen clearly before.
And you can help a child right now see clearly and have a brighter future. It's so easy to do. Grab your phone, scan that QR code that is on your screen, and make a donation to Connexus for this holiday season. All right, we want to talk about sports, and JMU's the big story, the man with the knowledge. That's Nolan in the studio.
Yeah, that's right. JMU playing for a Sun Belt championship tonight, maybe a college football berth. We'll even talk about the VCU Rams. They're at home tonight at the Siegel Center as well. A preview of their matchup next.
Tonight's broadcast supports Connexus for Children's Vision. Help us give the gift of light this holiday season.
Well, coming off of a successful trip down to the Bahamas, the VCU Rams are back in action tonight for their first of 6 straight home games. Hello and welcome back into 8 Sports, everyone. I'm Nolan Knight. There's a ton of excitement over on Broad Street for a snowy night at the Siegel Center as the VCU Rams prepare to welcome the Sanford Bulldogs to town for a Friday night showdown against what was a tournament team from last year. The Rams will actually be inside the friendly confines of the Siegel Center until the end of 2025. Coming off of that successful trip to the Bahamas that saw them take 2 or 3 games, they're hoping to take that momentum into conference play. But to do that, head coach Phil Martelli says that they need to get some help from the Ram faithful.
We need it packed. We need it loud. Obviously, I'm incredibly biased, but I think this team deserves that type of support. You know, they play really hard. They're super competitive. They're aggressive. They are VCU basketball, right? Like, I hear about Havoc and I hear about Broad Street bullies, like, and all these people that are like, oh, I wish it was that. Well, it's here, right now. So come watch it. Come support it. And
hey, speaking of big games taking place tonight in Harrisonburg, the James Madison Dukes will be playing in their first ever Sun Belt Championship game. The Dukes still have a chance to maybe sneak into the college football playoffs with the conference title win tonight and a Duke Blue Devils win tomorrow over Virginia. But to reach that goal, current head coach and future UCLA head man Bob Chesney knows that they have to take care of business tonight.
You know, the price of achieving anything is the, amount of life you're willing to sacrifice for it. And for them, they don't have, nobody knows, exactly what that price is, but one team at the end of the day on Friday night will. And I think it's important that we do not leave any stone unturned.
We'll have a full recap from both Harrisonburg and downtown Richmond coming up tonight at 11. That's it for sports. We're back after this.
It's pizza time. Visit 8onyourplate.com for details. Sponsored by Papa John's.
Again, we're talking about temperatures tonight, middle to upper 20s. Watch for a few icy spots, especially for those of you heading out to the Richmond Christmas Parade early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, clouds in the day, then the sunshine breaks out in the afternoon. We're looking for a high of 45. More clouds on Sunday, maybe a shower at night, and then a little chilly as we go into Monday and Tuesday, upper 30s to near 40. Try to moderate things by the middle of the week. But Eric, I tell you what, the energy out here tonight has been incredible. And we had a couple hundred people show up and they weren't supposed to.
That's right. We told folks to stay home. Folks were like, oh no, we're not doing that.
Right.
Not today. Folks decided they wanted to come out for themselves and see the lights, see the magic of RVA Illuminates, and that's exactly what they did. I've talked to a bunch of folks who said they just could not stay home.
And it was such a magical night. It's great to see. Now, the good news is Deanna and Heather are going to be out here for 11 o'clock tonight, so they can feel the cold.
We're going to switch.
That's exactly
They'll be
right.
out here, we'll be in the studio.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
You're just
and we'll switch with their
spot
outfits
on.
as
Yeah.
well. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great rest of your night.
Nominate a remarkable woman today at WRIC.com.